probably don't need to repeat the allegations of the lawsuit, which was filed in a court in the state of Delaware by the President of France, Emmanuel Macron, and his wife, the First Lady, Brigitte Macron. And I stress the word lady. Now, most people looking at Brigitte Macron on camera would say, not only a lady, but a gorgeous lady, and I say that as well. The Macrons have filed a defamation lawsuit against podcaster Candace Owens, who has repeatedly alleged on her podcast that the First Lady of France is transgender. As Candace Owens has phrased it, and I quote, born a man and will die a man, unquote. Owens even insists that Brigitte Macron is actually her brother, Jean-Michel, despite the fact that they've appeared together in public, been seen together in public by uninterested third parties. And yet Owens continues to repeat the bizarre conspiracy theory on her podcast. Well, the Macrons have had enough. They sued Owens to restore their reputations by providing the court with scientific proof that Brigitte Macron was born a woman. A chromosome test could be part of that. Now, they want to present their evidence in a verified forum in a court of law. Now, we can all understand why they would want to do that instead of, for example, sharing Brigitte Macron's genetic chromosome test with media outlets, although they could do that as well, especially if their lawsuit is dismissed on technical grounds. Candace Owens' attorneys are trying to do that right now. They filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit for lack of personal jurisdiction and expiration of the statute of limitations. So Owens is alleging that the lawsuit should have been filed in France instead of Delaware, and further alleges that the lawsuit is time-barred because the statute of limitations for defamation in France is only 3 months. Now, in response, the Macrons filed an amended complaint citing new grounds of defamation, including Candace Owens' alleged assertion that Jean-Michel might have participated in a notorious psychological experiment at Stanford University known as the Stanford Prison Experiment, then later disappeared and reappeared as Brigitte Macron. Now, how convenient. I mean, the statements about Brigitte Macron have no evidentiary basis, and it seems to me that Candace Owens is just bullying Madame Macron. So Owens filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit, as I mentioned, which would have to be rock solid on the law because courts usually don't like to deprive plaintiffs of their day in court. And as I mentioned, the Macrons just filed an amended complaint to preempt the statute of limitations defense. So, the attorneys for Candace Owens have to file a motion to dismiss the amended complaint as well, and after that, the Macrons would have to file an opposition to the motion to dismiss. Then Owens might file a reply brief, and then, after all that, the judge will take some time to issue a ruling. So it might be several months before there's even a discovery schedule in the case. And yes, it does take a lot of time for the parties to reach the evidentiary phase in civil litigation. Now, one of the reasons for that is to give the parties a chance to settle the case outside of court. Courts have busy dockets. So if the parties can settle their differences without the court's intervention, the courts prefer that they do. Even now, the parties may be trying to settle the case behind the scenes. It would be the responsible thing for Candace Owens' attorneys to do. They should be strategizing about how to convince the Macrons to accept an apology from Candace Owens and a public retraction. In my view, that's what Candace Owens' attorneys should be trying to convince their client to do. An apology, a retraction, and an offer to pay the Macrons their legal fees of bringing the lawsuit. And if that's not enough for the Macrons, maybe Candace Owens could agree to submit to board of directors oversight in the future. I don't know if she has a board of directors, but that certainly could introduce responsible management into her operation. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe.